have missed you so much, Timo, aka Njugush. What did do, Burira? Who else do we have, by the way? I didn't even know who we had. Oh, we had Cindy!
Hey!
I didn't get to see who was on tonight. Sometimes it's like a surprise. I get to find out on air.
Birthday!
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much, Butita. And also shout out to Njugush, who said he's going to buy us a lot of food. Kwa sababu, yeah, KFC.
Mujitayarishe, tunaenda kupiga tizi na KFC.
Yeah, okay. Tuliona tizi yako. Anyway, you guys are good.
Yes,
there's a lot to talk about. Let's get straight into it. Now, as I believe you are well informed, at least 1,000 cats, right? It's almost 1,000 cats. They have been slaughtered and they have been sold in Nakuru. The cats are said to have access to the digestive systems of the clients in samosa form, and the supply is none other than James Mukangu Kimani, who confessed to have slaughtered more than 1,000 cats, which he would sell to business owners in Nakuru. All right, so this is from back in 2012, and the slogan for the Nakuru County is now said to be Shika Paka Pawa. You know, honestly, this was funny until you cannot now. For me anyway, I feel like I can't really eat samosa anymore. Am I the only one who feels like that? No?
But you know, Mina, the same thing is happening in Nairobi. It's just that this guy was busted. I don't know if you saw a couple of months back, there was this story of marabou stalks are being used to make samosas as well. And to make, you know, the mshkakis that we like for 25 shillings, you buy on the street. After a night out, it tastes really nice. Kumbe, it's just doused with spices. But watu wanakulanga, hakuna kitu hii Kenya tujakula, marabou stock, donkeys, cats, kukulana.
It's true. Ni kweli, but I mean, you don't want it to be that obvious. See, as in munambiwa hakuna mtu Nairobi jua chakula nyama ya dogi, nyama ya punda. But utaki kujua ati hii restaurant inauza, you want to go.
But that's why I think watu hawakati kilo. Unaona, like me, I couldn't eat cat samosas, and that's why I'm fit. you know, they are everywhere. Na ndio nasikiaga mtu akisema ati siwezi kula hiyo. Umekula kitu baya zaidi ya hiyo. Unaona nikikunywa chai bila sukari, umekunywa kitu baya zaidi ya hiyo. Yeah, but it's okay. Mimi nasema haina shida. Sababu Amina niulize, ni swali nimekuwa nikiuliza. Ukisikia njaa unatoaga nini? Unatoa miao. Sasa paka ikichinjwa, si tuendelee kutoa miao.
I just thought about it when you're in Nakuru and you're having samosa and tea. Butita.
Samosa, unajua sasa ni noma. Kwanza mimi nilijuliza mtu amechinja paka ngapi?
Paka sahi, it's estimated to be around 1,000.
9,000.
Yaani hii time yote watu wanangi hata paka zikilost. But what do you expect, Amina? Kama watu wa home kwetu wengi wako Nakuru na wajui kuitisha baga. Sasa unajua si makosa yao.
Kama wakiitisha samosa.
Lakini hizo
wakiitisha baga nipatie paka. Sasa hizi unacheki. Condition kama hizi.
So wow.
Nataka paka.
Lakini kusema ukweli, huyo jamaa kani kufungwa zile miaka anafungwa ni mingi juu. Kama umechinja 1,000, they say a cat has 9 lives. So hizo ni life kama without
times 9. Yes. Okay, now I get it. But then also, Cindy, was I the only one who was surprised at how quickly he was sentenced and how his case was such an open shut case?
Oh my God.
Meanwhile,
3 years. For making
ndio paka ushikapanya haraka.
3 years.
No, but then again, we've had cases that have gone on for so long, even though to the public it seems a bit, you know, obvious and open shut as well. He was.
Kuna samosa. Wewe ngoja scandal ya samosa ikam.
Ndio itafanywa haraka sana.
Hapana, lakini ya NYS sign yao inakaaga samosa.
It's all.
By the come to think of it, Jugush kichwa yako ina kona tatu.
Moving on swiftly to the next story. Thank you.
Actually, no. I see Butita's point.
No, let's go on.
Wait, Jackson,
let's not get ahead of ourselves.
No, just get a zoom in.
No, as I was saying, let's not get ahead of ourselves,
It's true, can you see? It's like if you look this way.
How much you had missed me.
And then this,
This is how much you had missed me.
Simama straight, simama.
Brand ambassador wa samosa.
Butita tukianza kuuza makafe tutakuja kwako.
Nimeiona.
Don't change the subject.
No, hapa hakuna
Second
subject. Let's
Illuminati.
continue with the lesson. There's no subject here.
So
That's true. I
Let's
can hear you
continue.
now. Vuti
Kuna
is a
sura
very good-
Illuminati.
Napiga nduru hapa.
Unafanya
Aya,
ngaje?
pewa paka kwa bili yangu.
Sawa, ubaya.
There's actually yet another, well, I don't want to call it a scandal, but Deputy President William Ruto stopped to grab some mahindi choma during his recent trip to Kiambu County. And a week later, social media was rife with claims that it was a PR stunt and that the maize vendor was a bodyguard of his. Well, let's get a snippet of what the real story could be from the horse's mouth.
Akakuja, wakati alikuja akasimama hapa akatusalimia. Alipatanga mahindi kama hii nusu tu ikiwa hapa na mahindi zingine mbili kama hizi nikiwa naendelea kuchoma. Akachukua hii moja akaanza kukula. Sasa wakati alianza kukula, bodyguard mmoja ndio akaingia. Akakuja juu nilikuwa nimesimama hivi kama ananisukuma. Akaambiwa wacha hiyo si masaa ya kazi hiyo. Pewa mahindi huku. Upewa mahindi ukule.
Well, what do you guys make of that? Let me start with you, Cindy.
I don't know. I don't know. Too much of a cover-up. There's this thing, I always feel, if you're busted, don't over-explain. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
let
like
it die. Let people assume.
What
But
I
if you
do
go
is
out of your way to explain why you were busted, it seems a little funny. First of all, social media never forgets. And I bow down to Twitter. Twitter has FBI, CSI investigators who can,
CIA,
trace
all
your
of
DNA,
them.
your contours of your
CID.
face, and like this guy is the same. If you see the pictures, to be honest, the bodyguard did look like the maize vendor, and I would have let it pass like a coincidence. But when they went further and they explained it, I was like, why are you going out of your way to seem not guilty?
I think
Me,
it's
maybe you
because
are.
I think it's because sometimes you just feel targeted and then you want to. Cindy,
Well,
you're
yeah,
all
Amina.
Right, you're the deputy president. You move on. You
Amina.
don't have to answer to the ramblings of sheep when you're a lion.
Mimi nadhani
Roa.
hiyo msee.
But it's more of a sheep, no lion.
Let's talk about sheep maize.
No, it is leadership. Kwani? That's leadership.
Yes. Jagush. Next cover up. I see you. I see. Anyway, Butita
Napenda
Basema.
maisha yangu.
Amina,
Yes.
mimi naona ilikuwa tu mahindi. Ni vile labda watu waliangalia sana. Unajua siku hizi Ruto akiwa tu mahali lazima ka story kako, lakini najua ataiongelea. Unajua vile yeye huongelea kitu kisha hape. Tatuita hapo kwa mkutano usikie, jameni ndugu zangu. Hii mambo ya nikikula mahindi ati ni bodyguard. Imefika hapo. Yaani itafika mahali nikiumwa na umbu wanasema tumelipa umbu. Ati ndio nikae mwananchi.
Kama hiyo picha yako ukimwona
Yaani DP akinyeshewa na mvua ati tumeweka maji huko juu. Ndio nikae mwananchi wa kawaida. Wacheni kuangalia DP sana hivyo bana. Wacheni akule mahindi.
Acha tu atibambe, ajienjoy. Well, all right. So basi sisi hatuna mahindi ya kukula kwa studio, lakini tuko na kuku.
Let's
All
mind
thanks
our business.
To KFC, we're cuckoo. All right, so let's enjoy some finger-licking good chicken courtesy of KFC. Make sure that you follow them on social media as well. So if you want to order, what you need to do is download the KFC delivery app, or you could call the number 0722532532. That's 0722532532. And right now they have an incredible campaign called Make a Meal of It, and they have deals that come with that as well, where you get if you get to order a meal, whether it's a 7-piece that comes with 1.25 liters of Coca-Cola, you get a free football. Yay! So that's super cool. And that comes with the Bao bucket that has 16 chicken wings, or you have the 7-piece that comes with, like I said, 7 pieces of chicken. So let's order. All right. So have we called the number, Jackso? Okay, fantastic. So as we make the call, Jagush, what do you want?
Siku hata nimesema mambo ya mahindi lakini ni sawa.
Sema basi kiasi tunangoja simu ilie.
Unajua it's so unfair when we seem lakini tuko unfair to someone, but this shows this country is going to be self-sufficient in matters food. because if someone can be able to be self-sufficient, anakula tu yeye, bodyguard, watu wake, it is self-sufficient. I think we are headed in the right direction.
Where?
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing. Are you amazed?
Yeah.
I am amazed. I'm amazed at your comments.
Yes.
I'm amazed at the tone of his voice.
Sasa-
Mbona
Me too.
umejinyenyekea juu ya kuku?
Me too.
Ni kuku nasikia ikiniita, unajua kananuka. Amina hawezi ongea juu. I hope hiyo kuku nitaonja.
I hope so.
Ni vibaya sana
I hope so.
ipike
Ile siku
tu
tulikuwa na
Cindy.
Shiro alibeba
Yes.
yote akaenda nayo.
What for
Yako
you?
inaletwa
Yeah.
na bodyguard wako.
Self-sufficient. Hata yeye alienda kula na bodyguard.
What a bodyguard, mjibambe. But you see, Cindy, and
Yeah.
Butita made a point, by the way. He said, kuna watu wengine ambao, like anything you do, and that's what I was also trying to drive at, is that whatever it is that you do, it's always misconstrued, or people read too much into it. You don't think this is...
No, you
Another
know,
one of those.
like in school, there was always this noisemaker. Always. They were the ones who were always in trouble. The ones always in mischief. They're the ones who are always starting riots. To the point where when the class teacher walks in, anaanza kumchapa hata kabla jaona list ya noisemakers. So, you know, if you're always put in the list of noisemakers and you're always in that kind of atmosphere, you don't blame people for judging you, you know.
Ukubali
It's a
tu.
reputation you've
Now when
maintained
you leo
or
story.
created for yourself.
Okay.
So Cindy, unamaanisha kama umekuwa always kwa list ya mahindi,
Mimi unajua hii job inanisaidia nisikae huko kwa
Hapana.
nini
Butita
kama
anakaa
mimi
ametoka
hata si
na
Mkenya.
Wachaneni na
Mimi nataka-
mahasla.
Mimi sitaki kwenda kupokelea hizo
Asla anakula mahindi yake.
Nitawaruka futi sita.
Oh, ni shida.
Nitawaruka futi sita.
Kama uko
You
kwa
know?
list ya importing
Hapana.
companies. Importers.
Njugush
I am
is
again
to
amazed.
sweetness like
At that
maize
comment.
is to. Do you
Njugush.
remember those things in school?
Ulikuwa unataka kusema?
Nilikuwa nataka kusema mimi nitawaruka futi sita. Mimi TTT hata nimshainiona mimi. Mimi hata najua Butita.
Wewe
Mimi
kichwa
sijui
samosa
Cindy.
wewe. Wapi?
Sasa hapo itabidi tuwapeleke koti sisi wote.
Oji wote wawili.
Yeah, with the ships, I mean the leadership of this union.
So now this next story, I felt a little sad. We had him on the trend a few weeks back, and after a video of him, going viral, some were uploading him, not everyone though. And as of the 3rd of this month, Father Paul Ogalo of St. Monica Catholic Church in Rapogi, the rapping priest, is on suspension for alleged misconduct by the Homa Bay Diocese. You can say his fellow members of the clergy were not priests by his style, if you, catch my drift. But I don't know, what do you make of it, Butita? Who's Catholic, by the way, on the panel? Is there anyone who's Catholic?
I went to a Catholic school, if that matters.
Okay, so acha tuanze na wewe Cindy.
And I was raised Catholic. The Catholic faith is very strict in doctrine. The Mass is the same everywhere across the country, across the world, except in language. It's always the liturgy of the word, liturgy of the Eucharist, always the same. So, it's a bit shocking when a priest comes and is rapping, and his motives are good to appeal to the youth and everything.
Yeah.
I just feel we need to go with the wave of the Catholic Church and the current Pope Francis, who embraces children, who suspends priests who are caught in sexual abuse, who is funky and is meeting with world leaders and musicians all over. That trend is, it's a worldwide trend where the strict religious Catholic Church is sort of now appealing to the youth who don't want to kneel down and stand up and do the normal routines in the Catholic Church. I think what he did was great. They shouldn't have fired him, maybe told him there's a time and place, because I know Mass is very important to the Catholics. So maybe if he can have like a youth forum, that's fine. But to suspend him, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's 2018, man. Guys
Yeah.
are downloading apps for things. You can't now suspend a priest because he's rapping.
Yeah, all right, yeah, because he wasn't fired. I mean, I feel like I can't really speak on this, so I'll just let you guys say whatever needs to be.
Amina.
Because I mean, I'm from a very conservative religion as well,
Yeah.
and you're really restricted
Exactly.
to what it is that you can do if you are going to be talking about the religion. So, I understand Catholics are also the same, almost, where, there are guidelines and there are rules and you stick to them and no funny business. So, but because he's trying to get the young people to come to church.
Yeah, true.
Naweza
Yeah.
sema kitu. Wacha niseme tu kitu na throw works in the spanners. I'm just thinking, there was a time tulikuwa tuna dance kama youth na tukasimamishwa na wazao wa kanisa tukaambiwa hiyo dance tusikuwe tuna dance. There are some guys who walibadilisha kanisa wakatoka. I'm talking about the youths. The youths, when you want to talk to them, as much as kuna ways and means, ule mtu alidance kwa Biblia nguo zikamwagika. I'm very sure hiyo wakati hawakuwa na dance nguo zinamwagika. But it is around and it is recorded in the Bible. Why? Because haiwezi kosea mtu kwenda biguni. If anything, it brings them closer, wasikie neno, twende wote mbinguni. Rather than to strict measures, tuache wengine. The internet is coming, new media, kila kitu inabeba watoto. Mnaenda mbinguni peke yenu.
Lakini unajua Njugushu wanasema unaweza kufanya odi dance, but it's now too much ukisema na flash shetani kama pupu.
Okay,
yes,
you know,
yes,
so it's like
yes.
You can have fun a little, but not maybe when you're rapping and ordering.
You can't compare the two. Yenye ule father alikuwa na rap and kuflash shetani.
No, nasema as in because no. I'm saying no, because odi dance is also a song that's supposed to be.
Kuna kamaoni.
Okay, sema.
I think rap, it's just a form of communication. Ni verbal communication, kama kuongea. Words zenye unasema, what you're saying is what matters. As long as si ati vitu explicit alikuwa na rap nazo kwa church nini. Alikuwa anatumia rap kama style ku communicate message yake. The message was still the same but with a different style. So that watu wanaweza enjoy pia, unaona?
And that's why it trend.
Get to remember, unaona?
Yeah, that's why it trend. The trend. Na tunaongelea sasa kwa trend. Acheni ni washow kitu.
Mimi sina shida pastor kirap.
Acheni ni
tutakuwa na testimony 1960.
Anyway, let us do
it. You should be suspended in your church.
You should be suspended. Checky, let me ask you guys, across, okay, so all of us, right? So if you were a young Catholic teenager, and then that is how your priest was in church, he would rap, would it make you want to go? Would it make you look forward to church?
As long as the message, as long as the message is still there, na naweza sikia umse kuna word ana preach, akitumia style, nitaenjoy pia, unaona? Juu pia unajua watu lalata church nini, maybe kitu analeta ndio kitu big hapo mbele, utajuaje?
They are not going to church.
So
if he's doing something to bring them to church, then I don't see what's wrong. Vile Njugusha amesema, at the end of the day, it's all about the word. But you guys, can I be honest? Me, I do know. Groove Awards just ended, and Odi Dance won a lot of awards.
Yeah,
I do know Odi Dance was gospel.
Categories were nominated in.
Yes.
Dance imefika mashinani.
Did you guys know Odi Dance is a gospel song?
Let me tell you, the origin of Odi Dance.
You didn't
the
know?
word Odi.
No, I thought it was like,
Cindy.
you know, a song.
Cindy.
No, wait, yes, it was. It's because it crossed over. You know, there's some songs, like I remember this. Please don't butcher me on social media, but there was when Kunadao was a very big song. They used to mix it in with. They used to play it in the club. Because it was a very big song.
Yes,
and then they would mix it in with Kiroro, because Kiroro was also out at that time. So I mean, surely you can't mix the two, but because it was such a big song, it sort of crossed over, and people now enjoy it in the club. Yeah, but it was a gospel song. You didn't know that?
I'm shocked.
Oh yeah, it was.
I'm like, okay, where is the gospel?
Me pale tu sielewi ni ati Odi Dance. The word Odi ilitoka kwa ordinary. Mtaani ordinary ni ule boy wa kusaksua. Kusaksua ni kupitana vitu za watu. So ordinary. So in short, mtaani ilikuwa dance ya wale
ya wezi.
Wezi hivi wale maboy.
Na hao ndio bwana anatafuta.
Hao ndio bwana sana. Ndio kwa maana wanarapiwa.
Wakoke.
Oh my gosh.
Big up Timeless Noel.
I thought ordinary was someone ordinary.
Odi Dance walishinda saba.
Shoot Satan.
Ordinary.
You learn every day.
In fact, Amina, tunafaa ku learn from that. As Odi Dance walipata award 7.
Sita.
Meaning mayouth wengi, wase wengi walikuwa na vote kwa hiyo awards. Wali connect nao sana.
Thank you.
In fact, hao ndio walipata mob. Ni sita.
True.
Okay, so here's the question, guys, right? So I saw a lot of people. So there was Agi the dance queen. You know how from short and sweet, odi dance to the beat. So wase wengi walikuwa wanauliza kwa nini alienda na yeye alikuwa she was in a secular song.
Ni hata niliona hiyo dem nikasema Agi Angai.
Ati nini? Hata ulisema Agi Angai.
Agi Angai.
Oh, Agi Angai. What Jugush. Because you were there and you were hosting the event. What do you think?
Nilienda kuperform. Kile ningesema ni kwamba tusiweke watu kwa katika muktadha wa ate hii ni gospel, hii ni secular. Sisi wote ni wa Mungu, right?
What?
Sisi wote ni wa Mungu tu.
Okay.
You're not the person kusema huyu hafai kuwa hapo.
Yes.
Cha muhimu musema tutapata na biguni. Unaweza kuwa wa mwanzo uko pale mbele madhabahuni, lakini biguni utalionea pa. Na Butita akuya anafanya anasaksua watu vile anasema anasaksua watu na tumpate biguni.
Unajua kitu wanaangalianga at the end, vile Njugusha amesema, ni roho. Unaweza kuwa na mwili safi, roho chafu. Unaona? So ni roho yako ikuwe safi.
So Butita unajitetea, unasema unaweza kuwa na sura mbaya lakini roho ni safi.
Roho inakaa smart.
By the way,
Msiangalie nje.
kama ode mimi nilishanga ati siku hizi pia kuna dance secular, kuna dance gospel.
Because dance ni dance na beat.
Lakini
Dance ni dance.
But we
Ina
need to
depend
take
vile
a
una
break.
dance, pia usi dance tu vibaya kwa wachache.
Okay.
And when,
So the
when you come
takeaway-
back, Jugush will tell us what that
Body
wristband
dance
is all
iko sawa
about.
hapo. Hiyo ni tag.
Guys, we need
Unajua
to
hizi
tag, yeah?
rudi event.
Yes,
Bed
rudi
and
manze.
breakfast.
The takeaway from all of this is that Butita is really just saying don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
That's all he was trying to
It
say.
depends
Usiniangalie.
which book.
Anyway, we're going to be back. The hashtag is TTTT. We're going to read your comments when we get back. I want to read some of the comments coming in. Eric Mutwiri anasema, to me that's dictatorship in church. We need such things. Kama Odi dance in church. Kone anasema, Odi is a creative hit, folks, educative too, kind of stuff that can easily change people than the old ones that only senior people listen to. Makiche says the priest is now working at KBH. That's the picture. Gitao anasema Tinjugush is deep.
Deep
Okay.
pockets.
Well,
Kwa lazima uongezee.
suspending a priest for rapping while preaching just shows that most of us don't understand the meaning of the finished work at the cross. God's love towards us is not based on works or the laws we have set in our churches. Alfred and Sam, I mean, it can't be serious, supporting the fraud that took over the Groove Awards. I mean, Odi, Willie Paul, I don't know. Mwangi says, if your girl answers her phone in front of you and starts clicking the volume button, that's him, brother. That's your deputy calling. Okay, sawa. I guess thanks. Sasa
Pepeta tu
tumejua.
mei.
Now-
That's your bodyguard.
This story, Lerato Musia, it's trending all over Africa. Why? Well, she was reported missing from the 9th of June in a suspected kidnapping, only to be found last week relaxing in her boyfriend's house. At first, it was just that, a missing person, until her family received a threatening message from the alleged kidnappers on the 16th of June. Fortunately or unfortunately, it turned out to be a game of love. Ini mapenzi aina gani? Unajua nyinyi ndio mmependa mkapendeka mkapendana. Hebu mniambie Njugush.
Ni mapenzi ya dhati, ndio sasa maybe after kukidnapiwa walitisha 30 million.
Yeah, lazima utafute hiyo do. Cindy? Cindy, what do you think?
Reminds me of that MCA who kidnapped himself. Do you remember that story?
Yes. What
There's
did
like
people
an
do that?
MCA who kidnapped himself. He was found weeks later with one cut on the head. He can't remember.
A cat on the head.
He had like a
Kwani alikuwa
small
Nakuru?
bruise.
Oh, a cat. Oh, I had a
cut
cat.
on the head. Yes, see paka ya Nakuru.
Butita, wewe unaka unaweza fanya kitu kaa hii?
Mimi
I don't know why,
inanikumbusha tu-
but na imagine unaweza jikidnap.
inanikumbusha tu ile wimbo ya Kidum. Mulika mwizi wa mapenzi.
But why would you do that? It doesn't make any sense.
Watu wakipendana
I
waweke
don't know.
public tu, si public as in kwa media ama nini.
Yeah.
Ambie tu watu wake.
Yeah.
Ako in love nini, msimtafute.
This is just it. But you know, let me tell you guys a true story. A true story. My cousin, my actual cousin, may his soul rest in peace, his name is Wario. His girlfriend at the time, very many years ago, told him that she's getting married. She was Somali, and she's getting married. They have come, they've asked for her hand, and she's going, and she's gone, and that's that. So he needs to propose quickly, and so that they can get married before the other marriage happens. And then he said, by the way, cheers. Good.
Like
I wish you all the very best.
Yeah.
That is growth.
What do you do? That was so bad. She cried.
That is growth.
But I guess people do it for attention. Time now for chicken though, guys. Before we end the show, where's my chicken? My chicken people. All right, so there's my chicken
chicken
coming
people.
in. There's our chicken. Thank you so much for watching the show.